So some hater news. Get to your thoughts in a minute. 713-780-3776. I noticed this yesterday reading Matt Kawahara's article about the game in the Houston Chronicle today. He had quotes from relievers. And, it's always, okay, maybe you can find a hint there. Most of the relievers hey, everybody's got to step up, blah, 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 blah. But there was one from Sousa that was interesting to me. He said, quote, "We're going to have to do a really good job of picking each other up and staying confident and fresh throughout this next month and a half."
Oh, wow.
There's a month and a half left in the season. That quote tells me that Hader's not returning before the playoffs
Do
at
we
minimum.
know the question was specifically about
It was about
Hader's absence or just the bullpen?
It was about the bullpen stepping up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still not great.
Sousa, we're going to have to do a really good job of picking each other up and staying confident and fresh. I mean, it's about both. I mean, he's talking about picking each other up.
Mm-hmm.
Really good job of picking each other up and staying confident and fresh throughout this next month and a half. So whenever I read that, I'm like, they're without Hader for the next month and a half. And there's the next month and a half left in the season. Minutes ago, news coming from Joe Espada. Joe Espada talks to the media before each game, the little dugout scrum. Always like to read the three-peat reporters like their tenor, because they're always very different tenors. I think McTaggart's straightforward. I think Kawahara's a bit straightforward. I think Chandler Rome's a little bit more
Grumpy pants?
Yeah, probably.
Clownish?
I don't think he's
I have fun with the clownish thing, but I don't think he's a clown. I think he's a good journalist.
He leans on the negative side.
Bad takes, but good journalist. Clown takes, bro, but good journalist. But he always errs on the side of his story today on the Astros, the headline, and look, he's technically right. His headline was "The Astros squandered a 7-game AL West lead." Technically right. But you look at the other headlines, and they're not nearly as negative Nancy as that one. So he errs on the more fear-mongering side, I think. Sensationalism, I think.
Yeah,
I mean, he's not a sensationalist, though. I don't want to say that.
The glass is definitely most times half empty.
That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. A little bit more bothered that he had to write a headline type of thing. So anyways, the three, McTaggart, Kawahara, and Chandler Rome to me are the holy trinity of Astro beat reporters. McTaggart for Major League Baseball, Kawahara for the Houston Chronicle, Rome for The Athletic. So McTaggart, Astros manager Joe Espada, said Hader is seeking a second opinion for his shoulder strain, but there's no word on what the first opinion said. Quote, "This is going to take a little bit longer than 2 weeks," Espada said. So not a 2-week injury. Doesn't sound great. Didn't share the details on the first one. Is seeking a second opinion on the shoulder. You always point out you seek a second opinion. You don't love the first one.
Right.
Kawahara. Hader will seek a second opinion on his shoulder. Joe Espada said Espada did not share details of the first opinion, just that Hader will be out longer than 2 weeks. Rome. Hader is seeking a second opinion on his left shoulder strain. Manager Joe Espada said Espada declined any further comment in the situation in order to, quote, "give Josh his space," as he seeks the second opinion. I mean, I'm not expecting him back the rest of the season. I think he's done.
Yeah, as much as I was hopeful yesterday, none of that sounds or seems to line up as anything too good. And you throw in the Sousa comment, and I'd be looking for the fact that, well, maybe it's just the fact that the bullpen hasn't been great of late in a lot of ways and a lot of guys, and maybe they know they need to pick it up. But yeah, with all of that being said, it just sounds like it might be they're playing the rest of the regular season at least without Hader.
It's massive. It's massive news if that is indeed true.
Yeah, one tell I think we've picked up on over this year, maybe last year as well, that when the news comes out and the Astros treat it as kind of pessimistic as well, this could take a while. Believe them, because they usually tend to be on the more optimistic side and overpromise when guys will be back. And we saw that with Isak. As soon as they said, well, this one looks like it's severe and it could be a while, so we found out, not that soon afterwards that it was going to be a 7-month injury. Obviously, we don't think that Hader's going to be a 7-month injury.
I don't know.
But, I mean, I guess it's within the realm of possibility. But all that to be said, if they're feeling not optimistic about it, I would take the side of it's going to be a longer injury.
Yeah, the only time they haven't been optimistic was Isak.
Yeah,
that could have been a hamstring surgery that would have cost him 7 months.
Let's calm down, guys. Let's just wait till Dana speaks, and then we'll get that inflated.
Dana talked this morning.
And did he?
Yeah.
Did he say anything about it?
He wasn't really asked directly about Hader, so he kind of was able to dance around it a bit. It was just kind of guys have to step up. We're not ready to proclaim what our bullpen hierarchy is. He wasn't really asked directly about he did say we're going to have more information later today. So it wasn't anything, with any meat on the bone there.
Yeah, I just, and half kidding, but again, to Brian, to your point, normally he's the guy that puts the very much rapidly a rapid return
He's
date.
done it with
on
Jordan all year.
It sets a deadline that's unrealistic that we then pass and go, what the hell are we doing? How long is it going to take? And then it's significantly longer than they initially said. It just doesn't sound great. And the second opinion thing, they didn't like the first one, in my opinion. The fact that, you need him so badly, it's now what the hell do they do? Because, you've got some guys that look like they have some promise. But overall, I mentioned the bullpen has had more than a couple of hiccups lately, too. So they have to step up. And that whole, door is shut, 8th, 9th, and sometimes more than that if you're going to extra innings, it's going to be a challenge for them.
Texture, I can't believe that there's any way we could have believed the 15-day BS. That's just the minimum amount for a pitcher. Like, that's transactional. It's very curious to me they didn't do it Monday. Like, how did you not place Hader on the injured list on Monday? It's so bizarre to me. It's just weird. They always err on the side of, we can't place him on the IL. It's a shoulder for a closer. It's his throwing shoulder. Like, there's no way he's going to be back in 2 weeks. What are you waiting for? They're weird.
It's Josh Hader, right? It's the most valuable piece in your bullpen and the most expensive. And you're not going to, dare I say it, but for the medical staff, but you're not going to cut corners. You're not going to do anything that's a rush with a guy like that. So you might as well just do it and because, again, I understand that the best case scenario yesterday would have been, it felt fine the next day. He's good. No worries. Get back out there. But the way that Espada described it and the way it seemed to all go down, this didn't seem like it was going to be a quick fix.
No. So I guess we'll just wait to hear the severity of the injury. But Sousa says like a month and a half that we're going to have to step it up. Espada says it's going to take a minimum more than 2 weeks, and he is seeking a second opinion and did not share the details of the first opinion. So that's what we know on Hader. I'm going to go ahead and bank that Hader is not coming back this year. And if he does, pleasant surprise. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, because again, and I go back to what Rome said too about squandering. This team has just stayed afloat all year and found every smoke and mirror possible to try and stay in front in this division and done a hell of a job. I don't think they squandered anything. Have they not been hot since the All-Star break? But everybody, when they've needed to, and all the guys they called up from Sugarland have stepped up big. I kept wondering throughout the year when is going to be the one injury that they can't overcome. I was worried if it was going to be Paredes. You look at it now and go, now what do they do if they're going to try to find anybody else that can help them? We've seen just about every pitcher. So, we talked yesterday about the fact that no one wants to see Ryan Presley, though I know that was a hot topic today. You mentioned Kendall Graveman, but I don't think Kendall Graveman has anything left in the tank close to when he was in Seattle and they got him the first time. And he's obviously not on a team for a reason right now. I don't think they're going to go find anything help outside either.
No, I think this is what you got. This is you're going to go to battle what you got. I think you can. I mean, they still have a shot, but obviously their odds have taken a tremendous hit with the loss of Hader.